Hello and welcome to the only Java tutorial that you will need. My name is Viprav and I'll be taking you through the amazing world that is Java Enterprise Edition 7. So what is Java Enterprise Edition? When you start Java, you will start with the standard edition of Java or Java SE. This edition of Java is perfect if you're practicing to become a software engineer and you simply want to have a feel for the programming code. With Java Enterprise Edition, it's a one step above its brother edition, as it provides the ability to run large-scale network applications that businesses use daily. So why do we even need Enterprise Edition applications? In the business world, there is a realization that a faster, more secure, and more reliable server-side technology is needed for an ever-growing market. This is what Java Enterprise Edition provides. So the aim of Java EE is to give developers APIs to help make their work easier. APIs shorten development time, reduce complexity, and improves application performance. So a few of the APIs are shown here. So APIs are the core fundamentals of Java EE. They are essentially what makes Java EE separate from the rest of the competition. And here are the most basic of APIs. So first of all, here's the Java Transaction API, which makes transactions safely and reliably. Then there's the Java Messaging Service, which is a simple messaging service that sends and receives messages. And then there's the Java Persistence API, which allows developers to inject data inside databases and retrieve them as well. And let's take a look at how Java EE helps you. As a developer, there's no need to worry if an underlying system service is being run. All you have to worry about is how your work looks like, what it does, and how it works with the data. Now I'm going to tell you how every single website in the world works. Let's take an example of YouTube. So the first thing that you will see is the presentation tier, which is composed of web pages, web browsers, etc. In short, it's all the stuff that you can see and interact with. Next, there's the web tier, which is, think of it as the receptionist of the web application. It's where all your interactions with the website are met with a reaction. They are mostly made up of code like servlets, JSF implementations, and optional Java beans. So servlets are basically simple Java classes that take a request to the server, compute some response, and send it back. The computation part over here is sending the response to the business tier, which you'll hear about shortly. And JSF is a framework for building web applications like websites. We'll talk about JSF more in detail in the later chapters, but just understand that it's basically the building blocks to create beautiful looking websites. And Java Beans, which is also an optional part, is basically another name for Java code. These special Java Beans handle requests and responses, and they work similar to what servlets do, and so are optional in our application. Next, there is the business tier. So here is where the brains of the operation are found. These are what create the responses to the requests sent to the server. It's mostly made up of Java Beans that work on the business logic, which is basically the work the business needs like banking, retail, financing, etc. And these business beans are specially called enterprise beans due to how they work with the enterprise information. Occasionally, the business tier works with databases to store and retrieve data, but it's not at all necessary for all web applications. So to get into Java EE, you have to understand what a container is. Containers are what make Java EE so reliable. They bundle up our code into neat little containers, like the web container or the enterprise container. So why are Java EE containers important? Before Java EE containers, coding for businesses were extremely difficult to write. Businesses required thousands of lines of code for simple transactions, running multiple services at once, and pooling resources into one place and more. With the introduction of Java EE containers, code became so much easier with reusable components, built-in services, and much more. This eased the strain business coding had on developers and freed them to deal with the task at hand rather than trivial background code. So what do Java EE containers do? So these containers bring in multiple models to choose from. A few of them are listed here, like the security model, the transaction model, and the remote connectivity model. So the security model lets you configure the application to only allow authorized users to edit system resources, while the transaction model lets you treat multiple transactions as one single transaction to make sure the transactions are done without fail. Next, there's the remote connectivity model, which manages the communication between the clients and the business logic. It makes the back and forth action of client requests and server responses faster by making a connection as if the enterprise beans are on the client's computer. So, to bring it all together, what you learned is how Java EE revolutionized enterprise application development, the APIs that make Java EE better than the rest, the distributed multi-tier application that make up every single website in the world, and Java EE containers and their models. And that's it. That's all from me, and I will see you in the next video on how to set yourself up for the next tutorials coming up. Until then, I will see you later.